Hey guys, hope you're all well. Right, another little job on the Enfield. Obviously, as you know, we're coming to the end of it. The brake rod adjuster. I've had a look for some. Nothing out there that I really like, so I'm going to make one. Rather than put something on it that I buy and not be 100% happy with it, I'm going to spend today doing something in brass. So, yeah, it's going to take a little while, but I'll be happier putting something like that on it and one that I buy off the internet. At the minute, we have that 8mm nut on there, so we're going to get something sorted for that. Then I'll put the spring back on, and that'll finalise all that job. So I have a chunk of brass. It's actually the last bit I've got. I think that's just about enough to get something out of that. So we're going to spin a bit of that off in the lathe and shape the end up, grinder and file I guess, and see what we come up with. And if I've got time after that, so I've got a few other things on today, we will go around the bike just checking a few things, probably adjust the front brake up, and yeah, just generally go over it. I've got to make sure the sump plugs are all tightened up because there's no oil in the bike yet, so we'll get a bit of oil in. We'll see how we go. The main thing I want to try and do is that little adjuster, because doing it all by hand, there's a fair bit of work there. So let's crack on with that. Right, we'll just tidy that face up first, then trim it down. I'm just going to go part way down, then leave all the material on the end there, and then try and put a bit of shape in that by hand. That is the plan. Ooh, my lathe's off. Let's plug that in, that might help. There we go. Okay, that's the first bit of shaping done. So we got that, we've got a bit of a taper there. Now, just got to figure something out on the back. Tidy that up a little bit. There we go. I'm not sure what I'm going to do there. I think I might go in a bit. Go in a little bit, that'll do it, yeah. Right, that's the main shape sorted. Doesn't look much at the minute, but I've sort of got an idea. It's going to be basic, but it's going to take a while because the next bit, obviously I haven't got any sort of posh machinery to do that, so it is going to be grinder and file and emery cloth and whatever else to try and make it look as best as we can by hand. And then obviously we've got to put a thread up the middle there. I think it'd be all right. Just that literally had what I think is the last delivery from Hitchcock's with a few bits. I think that's it. Now, I don't think I've got to order anything else, but then again, something could spring up as we go around tightening things up and stuff like that, and think, oh, I forgot that tiny little screw or that seal or something like that. It can happen. But here's the last bits. We have tank decals ready. We got a nice good quality cap there, and the fuel tap and hose pipeline, whatever you want to call it. So that's all ready for when we get the tank sorted. Anyway, let's see what shape we can get out of this brass. Hopefully it's going to come out all right. Okay, so run the tap down that. So what I'm going to do to make things a bit easier to hold this in the vise, so I don't have to clamp that in there at all, is use this. So I'm going to just put a little bit of a flat on there to stop it twisting on me in the vise, and then basically screw that down there, lock it on with a nut, and that should keep it still while I work on it and put a bit of shape into it. That should be enough. Pop that in there. Pop it in the wobbly vise. Spin a nut down there to lock it up. Let's move that back a little bit. What way do we want that? That way. Let's get a 13mm and lock that up. That should do it. Right, let's have at it with the grinder. Hopefully we won't mess it up, because that's the only bit I've got, and we'll get some that'll turn out all right. Right, let's sort a bit of a shield out to sort of control the mess I'm about to make. Tub of orange juice, a squashed cardboard box. I'll keep that all right. There we go. All high-tech stuff in here. Right, where's my glasses? There. Start with, we'll grind a flat. Yeah, 2 flats. Let's see how we go with that. Just keeping an eye on things, because we don't want to touch the round part of it. Still got a fair bit to go. I think we'll leave that side at that. Oh, that's warm. Who would have thought? Yeah, so far we've got that. So we start to get a bit of shape in that face as well. So flip over and do the other side. This is where we gotta start. Really keeping an eye on it to keep everything in line. Ow, 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 that's hot, that's hot. I need to twizzle that. Oh, I shouldn't have to. Hold on. I've got it in there wrong. Why don't I put a glove on? I just love burning myself. That's better. Right. The other side. Keep an eye on that. That's looking about the same. Okay, so far we have that then. I think next we're going to try and put some angles on all them corners. See how far we can get down with them. Again, taking my time. In fact, let's have that out there a little bit. Give me a bit of space with the grinder. And just take our time because, like I say, we don't want to destroy anything. I might actually curve that as well. Yeah. I have to think about that as we go along. Yeah, looks absolutely terrible at the moment. I think I'm going to curve it. I can reduce this bit here back in the lathe if I need to, because this is still a bit bigger than that bit. So I think I'm going to curve it. I'm only going to be able to take it a little bit further with the grinder without running the risk of causing damage. So I'm going to do a little bit of curving with the grinder, and then I think we're going to have to turn to the file just to be on the safe side. What I'm doing is just working on this sort of this area here and here, just taking the mass of that down a little bit. I'm just worried about destroying it. I'm trying to take my time. I'm pushing my luck there a little bit. Let's do the other side. I'm getting there. Looks like an eye, look. It's like someone's brass eye. A little bit more on that one. Yeah, that's evened it up a bit. Right, let's figure out what I'm going to do next. Right, just tidying that curve up now. Just trying to get it as even as I possibly can. Let's get in there. I'm just taking the bulk out of that back bit just to make it a bit slimmer, a bit more pointy. I don't know why. Just wanted to take a bit of meat off it. Nearly there, just nibbing that sharp edge off. And then I think I'll run it round on the polisher, see what it looks like. I think that's as good as it's going to be with a grinder and a file. Yeah, that'll do us. The only thing I should have done before I polished it was ground the sort of the dip out where it sits onto the brake arm before I polished it. Yeah. Oh well, we'll wrap it up in a glove and we'll do that bit with the die grinder. I can always polish it back up if we mark it. Right, next step then. I was going to hold that in a leather glove, but then my brain kicked into gear. I thought, just turn it round. Turn it round on a bolt, that'll hold it. Right, so we got this. That ain't far off the right size of the shape we've got to do. So I'm carefully going to go in there and put that shape in. And that'll do us. Right, I'm just sorting the brake rod out. I don't know if anyone spotted it, but it was a bit too long, and yeah, I don't like it when you're about 3-4 inches of thread poking out the back of the adjuster. So I've shortened it because it's stainless. Those of you who've run a die down some stainless, you'll know exactly what I'm going through right now. Yeah, so I've opened the die right up, going down it, and I'm just closing it a little bit, going up and down it, up and down it, up and down it, because as you rush at it, the stainless, basically it can start breaking up, and then it's scrap. And I have not got another piece of this rod, so I really am taking my time going up and down this to make it nice and neat. So yeah, that's what I'm up to right now. I've already been on it, oh, a good half an hour. Just trying to cut a new thread into there. So I'm going to get stuck in with this, carry on, and we'll be back when we're putting it back on the bike. Right, we're all back on. Everything's working nicely. I'll do that till it that's biting there. Let's back it off a bit. Right, now we'll do the brake switch again. There we are. That's all doing what it should be doing by the look of it. Whew, sorted. Happy with that. Everything seems to be doing what it should be doing. I've just tried the brake light works. There will be a little bit of final adjustment when the bike is on the deck and I can ride it. Same with quite a few other bits on the bike I'll need to adjust. I've still got to sort that cable situation out with the air lever. I don't quite know why that's occurred. Like I said, I think I mentioned on the previous video, it seems like the inner cable is too short. Yeah, I might actually just jump on my bike and go over to Hitchcock's and see what differences they have in the cables and work it out from there. They ain't too far away from me, so, and it'd be a little excuse to have a ride on the bike. Next video on this Enfield, we should be attempting a startup, which I'm sort of looking forward to and sort of not looking forward to. It's always the same on startup time. Because this is been more or less a full rebuild, there's always a little bit of anxiety there when you start getting it kicking it over for the first few times. Hopefully it'll all behave itself, and we won't have no trouble. Let's touch some wood for good luck up there. Yes, we'll see how that goes. So this week, start the Enfield up, and we'll be also pressing forward on the RM. My goal is to get these two bikes done and dusted before I have to go and do that terrible visit to the hospital, and obviously after that I'm going to be out of action for a little while. I'm still going to do videos. They're obviously not going to be quite how they normally are, but I'm going to figure some things out just to do little jobs with one arm, or just like working like this with that arm. I'll figure something out. I'll put something out. I'd like to keep sort of the channel up and going and not just let it die for 2 months, because that'll be an absolute nightmare to sort of get it motivated again. I think I've mentioned before, YouTube seems to punish you if you don't put videos out. You sort of drop off the face of the cliff. It is a bit of a nightmare. So I'll be doing things, like I say, before I go into hospital. It'd be great to get these two bikes finished and gone. So when I'm up and running again, we'll have a blank canvas, a clean slate, GS back in, and I've also got 2 jobs that have been hanging around for far too long, which will be going on in the background. And as soon as I've ticked them off the list, I'll be 100% caught up with absolutely everything. And I know what people are going to ask. The turbo bike, yes, at some point I will be in a position to get that back out and start that thing again, because it's just a big money build, and just some things in personal life haven't gone totally to plan, and I've just not been able to do it. Simple as that. I don't want to go into detail. It's just been one of them. That's why I've been sort of to and fro between jobs to keep the finances coming in, sort of thing. Anyway, enough of that. I'll say next video, let's be firing this Enfield up. I'm going to go out and get some gearbox oil, because I don't think I've got any, and we'll get it all topped up and just go over everything and start kicking it. We'll run it off the old bottle over there to start with. I've spoke with Wayne, who's spraying the tank. That's all going to be sorted, and very soon it should be ready to pull someone's special sticker number out and see who ends up with this bike. And again, thank you all so much for everybody who supported this build. I appreciate it immensely. You guys have been absolutely fantastic with this one, and good luck to you all, basically. And a big thank you to you guys that have bought that last sticker that I'd done, just a silly sticker. I appreciate that immensely. That's gone quite well, actually. I'm just trying to build up a big safety net for when I'm out of action, and then there's less chance of me having to pull that arm out of that sling and have to plough on with work. So I appreciate that more than what you would believe. The support is just phenomenal from you guys, and sometimes I wonder if silly old me in this shed. I'm extremely lucky, I will say that. Anyway, that'll do. Next video, startup, and we'll be doing a few on the RM this week. Anyway, that'll do. Cheers for watching, guys. Take care.